This is Settlers of Catan, a game first released in 1995. Since its release, it has become a classic board game, making it almost everybody's entry-level board game. And personally, I've played it a lot. In this game, we are settlers, building a colony in the island of Catan. So right off the box, we have the following game components. First is the rulebook, which is essentially the game when you're starting it. And the brochure, 2 dice, some numbers which will be put later on, the iconic hexes, tokens, wooden tokens, which are important in the game as these will be the ones that will be built, the exteriors, which will be the exterior part of the board game later on, your game guides, and a bunch of cards. As the title implies, in this game, we would trade, build, and settle. So the goal of this game is for you to reach 10 points, and the first player to do so would win the game. Simple, right? We earn victory points by building a settlement, which will give you 1 victory point, upgrading it into a city, which gives you 2 victory points, purchasing development cards, that gives you victory points, having 3 knight cards, which will give you the largest army, and this will give you 2 victory points, building the longest road by having 5 segments, continuous segments, and this gives you 2 victory points. Since this is an economic resource management game, you'll need resources to build those things that are just mentioned. First we have wood, and then clay, then we have sheep, wheat, and then finally stone. To help each player in building, each player is issued a building cost card. First, let's set up the game. Start by shuffling the hexes, then putting them on the board. After that, randomly put in the numbers. For those who are new to this game, however, it is advised to first follow this setup as provided for in the rules. Resource generation is determined by a dice roll. And when a 7 is rolled, the rubber will be activated away from the desert tile. The dice mechanic in this game is what would make you interested in other players' turn. Because if you don't pay attention, you might miss resource generation for that specific turn. Trading with other players is encouraged in this game, and players are free to set the terms of their trade deal. Okay, so that's the basic mechanic of the game. And there is a reason why, even after 25 years, this game is still being played. So here is how a typical turn of Catan would play out. First, roll your dice. After your roll, you'll check what resources are produced. And whoever has a settlement that is controlling that resource hex will have that resource, even if it is not their turn. Then check what you can do. If you have enough resource to build something, then build it. The dice function of this game would mean that everybody will be paying attention at your turn. Also, there is also no elimination in this game. This means every player will be engaged till the end of the game. After playing Catan for a long while, you'll find it boring, and you will try to explore more complex games. Like the parable of the prodigal son, however, Catan somehow manages to pull you back to it and have a light but fun game. And that is Settlers of Catan, a game that is lighthearted, easy to learn, easy to teach. This is a game that can be played with both friends and family. We even played this game with our parents. We taught the rules of the game for less than 5 minutes, and they've won the first 2 games. This is a wonderful game, and it is something that must be played by everybody at some point of their lives. For those who are taking their first steps with board gaming, start with Catan. With the dice rolls, the resource management, it gives you a basic overview of what board gaming is all about. And with that, we end this episode. This is Dice and Cardboard PH, and this is our first game review. Till next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.